everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that y'all are doing well, and it's almost February, or depending on when this will be posted, it may already be February, but I wanted to make a video today about things that I wish that I had known before I got into modeling. I have been modeling for about 3 years. I learned a lot along the way. I had to figure out a lot of stuff out on my own, and I decided to make this video to share some of the tips and tricks and reflections with those of you that might be looking into starting modeling yourself. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you have any other questions in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer those as well. So without further ado, let's go! So the first thing that I wish that I had known about modeling was that it's not easy. And that might sound like common sense, you know, you're gonna be like, yeah, nothing's really easy. You can't just be pretty and be good at modeling. It takes a ton of work, but even just photography and modeling itself, not even including like finding work, is very challenging. You think you know what you look like until you don't. And modeling takes a lot of practice. You have to practice a lot in front of the mirror. You have to practice posing, because things that look good in person don't look good on camera. The first photo shoot I ever did, the photographer goes, now flirt with the camera like it's a guy across the bar. I wanted to be like, do you know me? I was 21 at the time. But the point is that it's not, you really have to work at it. And unless you're very lucky and naturally blessed and gifted with it, it just gets hard. You have to work at it. So don't just be like, I want to be pretty, and like walk into a photo shoot and just be like, photograph me. Pictures are not going to come out well. And also on that topic, posing is very challenging, because there's a saying in modeling where the more it hurts, the better it looks. And that's something where if you're doing some extreme backbending pose and holding it, and the photographer's going to be like, hold that pose, and then you have to do that pose with very slight variations of it, and you're going to be holding that for like 5 minutes. It's basically Pilates, so get yourself in shape one way or another. The second thing that kind of piggybacks off the first is that modeling is very hard work and you need to be committed. It's a lot of prep, it's a lot of finding work, it's a lifestyle. It really is not something that you just kind of like pick up and do. Last summer I was only in one place for a maximum of 6 days. I was traveling so much. And it's not that it's not worth it. It's so worth it. It's so much fun. I've met so many incredible, amazing people. That took a long time to get there, because you have, like, I'll make another video in the series about my like pre-photo shoot routine. It's a lot. It has a lot going on. I have to actively like stay in shape. I have to work out. I have to eat right. I can't go out drinking. I can't go out and have like a couple slices of pizza. And it's not to say that I live a restrictive lifestyle. It's that for me, I know my body type, and if I want to do well, I have to prioritize my health. And with that, like, your skincare routine has to be great. Your hair has to be nice. It is your appearance. Your appearance is your business. And that sounds really weird. But while we're on the topic of appearance, I would like to say as my third point that you do not have to be a size 0 to be a model. And that is something, or 00 or 2. This is something I wish that I had learned earlier on, because there was a little bit of a period where I was like, oh my gosh, I have to like starve myself, or like I had such an unrealistic expectation for myself about what I could do and what I should be doing. And the reality is that right now we're in such a great time right now, because curvier girls are being celebrated. If you're more athletic, that's great. If you're skinny, that's great. Like, it's something where like all body types and shapes and sizes are really being accepted. This is not to say that you won't run into people that I have walked into photo shoots before where the photographer has just been like, oh my god, your thighs are huge. Or like one guy told me, he's like, yeah, so the weird thing about you is that your eyes are really far apart. That's your weird model thing. And I was kind of like, hey, thanks for just feeling like you can say that out in the open, but that's fine. Even though you don't have to be a size 0, sometimes you do have to have a little bit of a thick skin, because you have to be able to take criticism on your appearance. A lot of times it's very unnecessary, because if your look does not work for a certain designer or a certain type of modeling, there's another type that you will work great for. There's so many different types of modeling, and it's something that if you do your research and really educate yourself, you'll be able to figure out what your body type works best with, and really to figure out what niche you should try to target. The fourth thing that I wish that I had known a little bit earlier on in my modeling career was how important professionalism is. That might sound self-explanatory, because obviously if you're in a business you want to be professional, but models and photographers, especially models, have a reputation for being flaky, have a reputation for being late, have a reputation for being rude, unprofessional, all those things. If you have a reputation for being on time, dependable, prepared, you will go so much further than a girl that might look 10 times better than you and have 10 times more experience, because you, the photographer and the designer and the company, knows that you're going to show up. Especially as a beginner, if every single shoot, you have to show up ready to go, bring in your A game, on time. And also, modeling, if you're not 15 minutes earlier, you're late. And always, always, always give yourself a buffer. Especially if you're in a big city or you don't know your way around. I was half an hour late to a photo shoot in San Diego because I got lost and because my phone my GPS couldn't figure out where I was, so it kept telling me to go the wrong way. Doing the things that you need to do to be a good businesswoman or businessman is especially important in modeling. A lot of people think that modeling is just about appearance, and it's not. You really have to have a good personality. You have to be intelligent. Like, look at Carly Kloss, who is like goals. I love her to death. People love Cara Delevingne because she has a personality. She's not just like, and she's fun. People will want to work with you, and you'll be able to build your personal brand if you have personality behind your personal brand. Where people want to like you for a person, not just for a pretty face or a good body. The fifth thing that I would have to say is to set your standards high. When I first started out, I was so desperate for work, thinking that I had to build my portfolio and that I had to take any paid job that was given to me, that I did some shoots that they weren't great, and they probably damaged my portfolio more than they helped it, even if they were paid. Every picture that you take, that you share, and that is published, every style, that reflects on your personal brand, and that's something that you really have to be aware of. If you don't want to do nudes or don't want to do implied, don't do that, and specifically make that clear with every photographer before you meet with them. When you look up a photographer, check their other work, check the other models that they've worked with, make sure that they have a good reputation. Anybody can buy a camera and call themselves a photographer, and then they can turn out to be a total creep. This has happened. It's not fun. Not fun when you get there and then you're just like, spent all this time and energy and effort, and now I'm here and I'm gonna get terrible pictures, or you're gonna risk your own safety. Figure out what your boundaries are, what your standards are, and don't budge from those unless it's to raise them further. And those are all kind of challenges and reflections on modeling a little bit, but one of the things that I also want to share about modeling is that I have met such fantastic people that I never would have had the opportunity to meet otherwise, that are cardiac surgeons, they are students, like law students, MBA students. The really fantastic thing about modeling is that for a lot of people, it's not their main job or their main hobby, so you really get to interact with people that are outside of the circles that you normally see and interact with. Between makeup artists and designers and photographers and other models, I have met just so many fantastic people that are some of my best friends now, that I know that if I'm in any city and I'm lost or need help or need a restaurant recommendation, that they would be happy to help me out. I was not expecting that from modeling. I was expecting it to be much more cutthroat and catty, and it can be, but you can also really find some incredible people. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. I will definitely be this is kind of the first of a series. I wanted to just make it and see what the feedback was. I'd love to make more videos like this. Please, like I said, comment below and let me know what you'd like to see or questions that you'd have. And I will hopefully be posting one of these about once a week or once every other week, depending on my schedule. I hope that you all have a great rest of your week / weekend / day, whenever you are watching this, and I will see you all soon. Bye!